I started to have anger issues, you know what I mean, that led up to it. My anger issues evolved from basically growing up, having a stepdad, um, just like stress in the family, chaos. I have a grandfather, a biological grandfather that died and I never met. He had schizophrenia and he died from it because he refused to talk about it and his anger got the best of him. I have that issue. I basically have that issue sometimes, but I've been learning to express myself. Communication with your biological parents and your siblings is real because it brings out who you are and you can really see yourself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? I think music is a good thing too. Like everybody heard that Michael Jackson song, You Gotta Look at the Man in the Mirror. That's one of the realest songs out here. Music speaking of change and positive things, that's real. You said self-expression, express yourself, be a free thinker. You know what I mean? Don't let people tell you how to think for yourself. A lot of people got problems with doctors. They say, oh, they want to tell you how to think. They want to tell you how to do this. Doctors don't want to tell you how to do nothing. All they want to tell you how to do is to communicate and tell them when you have a problem so they can guide you. You don't even have to go to a doctor. I ain't saying everybody need to go to a doctor, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. That ain't for everybody, and I know it ain't. You know what I mean? It's really not for everybody. I mean, sometimes it ain't for me, and I don't even go see my doctor. What I do, you can go to church. My family had a specific religion growing up. We was Pentecostal. We went to church, prayed. When I lost faith and I got into that depression and I lost my eye on God, which is the light, when you can't see the light and all you see is darkness and you're driven by darkness and everything is deaf to you, you're blinded by that cold feeling of the night. There's no life. Like you feel like your brain's never gonna grow. You're never gonna evolve. You don't know who's with you, who's out to get you. Next thing you know, you find yourself at the end of your road. Who was there to pick me back up? It was my mother. She was the realest one to pick me back up, and she helped me out. You know what I mean? When I didn't have a clue what to do. And I got hospitalized, and next thing you know, I found strength. And that's what a sickness is about. A sickness is when you don't have hope and understanding. You don't have a belief. You don't know what's going on. You're in like an element of a nightmare. I still feel the same way I did back then. I don't believe I'm sick. I don't believe I have a mental sickness. You know what I mean? What I believe in is that sometimes everybody needs an extra step to focus. And I'm one of those people. Well, they didn't have a belief in mental health diagnosis as far as I'm concerned. And I didn't either, to tell you the truth. I always cared about people with mental diagnosis. You know what I mean? I chill with people with mental diagnosis. I mean, I was the type of person I would never tell them you should take your medicine, you shouldn't take your medicine, because I didn't believe in that. I'm like, I'm not going to treat this person different just because he has something wrong with him that I don't. You know what I'm saying? Or I believe I don't have, you know what I'm saying, at this present point. You know what I mean? If my attention is off key, if I'm scattered and, I can't function properly when it comes to getting a good night's rest, and I find I can't even find relaxation in closing my eyes and just easing my thoughts, then, I either need to talk to somebody, and if it's real bad, I may need to take some medicine. That's all it is, you know what I mean? It isn't nothing big. My mother gave me every strength I have. Yearn for food and nourish my body. She gave me the strength to show guilt for my wrongs. She gave me the strength to show respect for other people. She gave me the strength to express myself. She gave me the strength to fight back for myself and let anybody know, don't put your hands on me when I don't want to be touched. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, my mother was smart in how she trained me. When my mother taught me to stick up for myself, she always taught me, use your words. And if your words don't work and that person is really trying to, you know what I'm saying, afflict you with pain, then you have to do what you got to do to, you know what I'm saying, keep yourself out of harm's way.